So there are some fears about negative reactions to the vaccine. What have you seen or heard since the rollout here in Wisconsin?
The rollout in Wisconsin has really picked up over the past many weeks. As you can see, eligibility changing tomorrow. We've been hearing that people still have some concerns about side effects and about long-term effects. And side effects for the vaccine, many people have talked about these, some arm soreness, maybe a headache or chills. These go away very quickly. And the experience of those, not everyone experiences all of those side effects. And even those who do, they go away within 24 hours or 36 hours. Long-term effects is another concern, and long-term effects, these vaccines have been tested, they've been rigorously tested, and we haven't been seeing any serious side effects at all. Any serious allergic reactions happen in such a small number of individuals.
Now, tomorrow, a large group of Wisconsinites will become eligible to get the vaccine. So what would you say to people who say, maybe I don't need to get a vaccine because I'm younger?
So I would say three things. First, let's get back to who and what we love. Who and what we love, and taking the vaccine will enable us to get back to who and what we love. And younger people, we understand that you may not think that you need the vaccine, but please think about people around you. Think about protection of others, protection of the people that you live with or that you socialize with or that you work with. This is about protecting everybody. The risk of getting COVID is actually higher than any other risk associated with the vaccine itself.
Now, you did mention who and what we love. So after getting that vaccine, how soon can you start, seeing grandma and grandpa or fraternizing with people outside of your bubble?
Yeah, it's a really great question. So the CDC has loosened some of those parameters, and they've said, you can be in your home without a mask with other people who are vaccinated. You can be in your home with a few other people. But what we don't want to see is people loosening up everything that they're doing. We want them to continue to wash their hands, keep their distance, and wear a mask for the time being, for the next several months, as we get people vaccinated. Right now, you mentioned the number of people who are vaccinated in Wisconsin as of now. In Milwaukee County, in this region alone, we need to vaccinate over 580,000 adults to reach that level of 80% herd immunity in the community, when we can say, all right, we're in a place where we can start taking off masks and relaxing some of those other restrictions.
Okay, so 80% for herd immunity. I know that the governor wants all Wisconsinites eligible for the vaccine by May 1st. So when do you think we could reach that herd immunity?
Well, so saying all Wisconsinites is a big one because that includes children. And there is not yet a vaccine that is approved for use in children under 16 years old. So right now we're talking about all Wisconsinites who are adults or who are 16 years or older. And for Wisconsin, I believe that's about 3.5 million people. I think we have, at this point we have 100,000 people fully vaccinated in the Milwaukee County area. And so just to give you a comparison, I do think we have quite a ways to go. We have several months to go. Our goal is to have people vaccinated by the end of summer.
By the end of summer. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for joining us. A lot of good information there.